What does misogynistic mean, though? Like, just so I know what you're calling me.
Okay, so the reason I said it is just, again, based on the...
Oh. Ah.
YouTube was happening. I go by the name of Fuego, aka Gino Fuego. Welcome to my channel, OG Fuego Reactions. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I drop some of this Fuego. Cause I'm lit and I'm with all the shenanigans, you dig gums. So sit back, relax, get you some snacks. I'ma always try to give you the facts. Facts. But without any further ado, let's get right into it.
Are you ladies single?
Yeah. No.
You have a man?
I'm married.
Really?
Yes. 10 years.
And what would you say the state of your marriage is right now? How would you describe
The
it?
best marriage in the world.
What makes your marriage so amazing?
Just our understanding for each other and each other's needs.
Do you feel like your man understands about you?
That I'm a firecracker and he just has to deal with it.
He just has to tolerate anything you throw at him.
Anything.
You have any kids?
Yeah, we have 2 kids.
Be honest with me. How does your man feel about the way you're dressed right now?
He hasn't seen me leave the house like this. Yet.
He hasn't seen you.
No, I got ready at my girl's house. But he's okay with it as long as I'm respectful.
And do you feel like you're pretty respectful right now?
Yeah. Why not? What am I doing wrong?
I mean, you know, I feel like there's little left to the imagination.
I mean, look, I'm a beautiful woman. I can't change that. I love myself and I like to be like this.
You don't feel like being out here in this environment is any disrespect to your man?
They could look, but they can't touch.
Man, I can see why she thinks she got the best marriage in the world. Because she can manipulate her husband to be able to do whatever she want to do. He understands that she's a firecracker and he just got to accept it. Nah, it's that I could tell you that I'm going out with my friend and then when I get to her house, I change him what I'm finna wear. Now I'm trying to figure out how she could assume that he'd be all right with her wearing that dress as long as she's being respectful. Cause you sure ain't give that man an opportunity to let you know how he felt about what you wore out the house that night. You straight deceived that man. And what made this situation even crazier is that her husband at home with the 2 kids, she said they got together. You could tell that the marriage she in is perfect for her and not necessarily the person that's opposite from her. She can live as an individual but still receive the benefits of having a husband. Man, that's why I always say, man, take your time to get to know an individual before you make a decision like getting married. Because you'll end up with somebody to think y'all marriage is funny.
Keep your speed going at 80 and a 55. And you need to take the tint off your windows. So I just need to sign this white box here.
I have a question really quick.
Sure.
How are we getting a ticket for speeding if we were following you and your lights were not on?
Because I was trying to catch up to somebody.
But your lights
And why were you
on.
following me?
I'm saying you were in front of us and your lights weren't on, so we were going at your speed. So how are we getting a ticket? Because your lights
you're
were on.
speeding.
But that means you were as well.
That's because I'm doing my job. I'm allowed to do that.
Without the lights on?
I don't know, man. Some sound a little off. She got a ticket for doing 80 and a 55, but she said she was following behind the police officer. So he had to been doing 80 or more. So if the police officer was following somebody, they had to be going faster than the cop. So how the hell he end up pulling the car over behind him? Add on top of that the fact that she said he didn't have his lights on. I don't know, man. Sound like somebody lying. If you was following behind somebody, that means they was doing more than 80 if you pulled her over for doing 80 and a 55, which means that you should have been pulling over the person that was in front of you and not behind you. Don't make no sense. I know what that sound like to me. Sound like that ticket finna be thrown out like a mud, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that cop know he bogus as hell for that. Man, hell no.
شوي ركان شوي عشان تتطور يا الله جوي الربا شوفوا جنة الروح شوفوا
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I probably would have did the same thing, even though I would have just made the situation worse, because it ain't gonna do nothing but chase me more. And this ain't even funny, man. Talk about some the tiger just wanted to play. Man, if somebody don't come get their goddamn tiger puppy off me. Nah, don't try to correct me in the comment section. Neither. I know it's a cub, but for content purposes, we finna call this a tiger puppy. And the owner knew that man was scared. Man, why you ain't go get it off of him? Now that man need a new pair of drawers, because I know he touched cotton for sure. I'm gonna tell you one thing right now so we can get this understood. If I'm gonna be coming over here again in the future, you're gonna have to cage that thing up, because tiger puppies get big fast. And you irresponsible with your pets letting it jump on me like that, man. What's wrong with you?
The pro-trans argument was, just let me dress up in a skirt. How does it bother you? I'm doing it in the privacy of my own home. Stop, yucking my yum. Okay, fine. Okay, well, if I'm gonna wear a skirt, you're gonna call me Shelly. All right, Steve, I'll call you Shelly, fine, whatever. Oh, okay, and if you're gonna call me Shelly, and I'm gonna wear a skirt, then I'm gonna go use the women's bathroom. Now, hold on, Steve, sorry, Shelly. You can't, my daughter goes into the women's bathroom. Well, I'm a woman, and I say I'm a woman, you have no damn right to say that I'm not a woman. Well, no, I do have a right to say you're not a woman. I do have a right to suggest that you not behave like a weirdo in public, and I do have a right to say you get out of my daughter's bathroom, because I've got faculties of reason and I live in society. And
yeah, man, once you open them floodgates, you can't get mad when something that you was trying to keep dry get wet. With anything in life, when there's rules applied to it, there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna try to bend them. And this topic right here ain't no exception to the rules. It's crazy to think that men dressed like women can go into women's bathroom with little girls in there and everything. Wait until a pervert man dressed up like a man start going into the women's bathroom. What you gonna say to him? You're a man coming into the women's bathroom. You can't. What if he's a man that identifies as a woman, but he a tomboy? Whole time, he just using that as an excuse to be a pervert. There's no way to regulate it because it's based off of feelings. So how can you tell that man how he feel? Somebody need to step in and do something about it, bro, because it's gonna get ugly.
You just seem very misogynistic, realistically.
So what is misogyny? So why are you using words that you don't even know the definition of?
No, that's not what I meant.
I think you are misogynistic, though.
So what does misogynistic mean, though? Just so I know what you're calling me.
Okay, so the reason I said it is just, again, based on the...
Oh. Ah.
The...
Because you hear it on the internet?
Nah, bro, are you stupid? No.
This is a clear example of somebody not accepting defeat, even after clearly being defeated, bruh. Calling somebody something and standing on it, even though I don't know what it means, is wild. Then you got your phone in your hand. You can go ahead and look it up real quick. Nah, I ain't finna do that so he can have the satisfaction of being right. Then had the nerve to ask that man if he was stupid because he assumed that you were just regurgitating something that you heard off the internet. Well, we all know you ain't find out about it out the dictionary. You know what I'm saying?
Window is totally different. It's public property. So if you want to take this to a lawyer, then by all means, I don't care. Go take it to a lawyer, okay? No crime has been committed. You guys need to get out of here. You can go in your car. You can go in your car. You can get your groceries, and we can stop this whole thing.
I need his phone number because I am going to talk to him.
I will give you my phone number.
There you go. If he wants to give you your phone number, then he can. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
And I really don't want to, but I'll give it to you for the sake of, look, we live in the same place. If we can't have good energy here, that's a bad thing.
I don't know you from Adam. You just got here from Massachusetts or wherever you're from, Maryland. I've lived here 15 years.
Okay.
You're a newbie here.
I moved here a few months ago.
I need your phone number.
Being a newbie has nothing to do with this. So you don't need to judge him.
I need a phone number so I can.
If he wants to give you your phone number, he can.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, then he doesn't.
What is it so I can tomorrow?
1-800 up your butt.
I don't know you from Adam. You just got here from Massachusetts or wherever you're from, Maryland. I've been here for 15 years. You're a newbie here. She called the police on that man for having different color windows on his home. In a situation like that, man, if he was breaking the rules, you don't call the police, you call the head of the HOA. This lady is tripping, bro. I bet you she been complaining about these windows for the past few weeks to her husband. He probably was telling her like, man, it's not that big of a deal. But here it is, she felt so hurt about those windows, she went and called the police, bro. Man, that's why I always say, man, the best thing about business is minding your own, bro. Trying to ask that man for his phone number. I'd have told her 1-800-DIS-SAC. You know what I'm saying?
You're a newbie here.
I moved here a few months ago.
God damn! Hey, would I be wrong if I was to assume that she a pothead? Stupid.
When a man goes silent, a lot of times he's identified that arguing with you or your type of personality leads to nothing more than frustration and pain. And for my men out there, we know that we deal with enough of that every single day at stress at our jobs and everything that we take on. So as men, we're just gonna stand down in order to maintain that level of peace that we really need. Because I know to my guys out there, nothing is gained by arguing over moot points. That is the last thing we need in our lives. Men, make sure you are finding a woman that doesn't extract from your life, but enhances your life.
Man, I'ma say this, nobody wins in an argument, especially against somebody that's emotionally invested. As a man, our best weapon would be patience. Instead of saying something in the heat of the moment, have the patience to actually think about what you finna say. The goal should be to be clever enough to make your point while de-escalating the situation. In order to do that, you gotta be patient with your words. Sometimes that means not saying nothing at all until you can think of the right thing to say. Cause you ain't gonna end up doing nothing but wasting time arguing. One way that I learned helps keep you from arguing is at the beginning stages of a relationship, you have to set this precedent. It's not about who's right, but what's right. If both parties understand this concept, it can help prevent a lot of arguments. It's letting the person know that it's not about winning or losing. I just want things to be right. Because arguing ain't gonna get you nowhere.